Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the Funko Heroworld Power Rangers minifigures. So, this is Series 4 and I'm just assuming it means for, you know, their general line because Funko makes a bunch of different genres of this, bunch of different, not genres, but, you know, series, not just Power Rangers. But these come in 3 distinct packs. You get one larger 5-pack, which includes the 5 original Rangers, and then a 2-pack with the White Ranger and the White Tigerzord, and a 2-pack of the Green Ranger and the Dragonzord. So if you can't tell, these are just kind of tiny little statue figures in a sort of Bokensha style. No, it's a, you know, a semi-stylized look. So they're honestly not that bad. The worst thing about them is honestly that it's just more MMPR. But I do kind of like the look of them, especially certain ones. And I would like to see something like this actually just for more seasons. Like, you can be kind of hit or miss on stylized. Sometimes they're kind of neat, sometimes they're not. Same thing for me, you know, I just kind of like certain ones and don't like certain ones, but I do like the look of these, and I wouldn't mind seeing them used for more seasons, especially the Megazords I think are pretty neat. But let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll start with Red, because that just seems like a good place to start. He's probably one of the weaker ones for me. I don't know what this pose is. It's like, talk to the hand, but he's holding the sword up weird, and it's a little bendy. It's actually got some pretty good paint on there, and his helmet looks a little strange, so I think he's like one of the weaker ones for me, but like, I kind of wish you could have bought these individually just because he's so strange, but I guess they look better as a unit. No articulation or anything like that. It's just, you know, statues, obviously. But sometimes you'll get little ones that have some movable pieces. Here's a Black Ranger, which is my favorite suit, which I think looks pretty good. Some of the paint looks a little off on them. Like, right here you have a QC issue, and some of it looks a little like it was freshly painted on, and you could very easily scratch it off. So that's a little bit weird for it. But I think Black is one of the better looking ones. I just realized that it looks like Kim's about to shoot Adam there. That's kind of weird. You got Pink here shooting her bow and arrow. She's got like super large hands there too. And look at those feet, man. I get stylized, but still. That's probably one of the weirder things about it is the weird paint that almost, you know, it looks like a weird marzipan frosting, which is honestly a reference I never thought I would make in these reviews. Like you can see right there, the helmets are... That looks kind of bad. Like, honestly, that looks bad. Like, it looks like it started to melt, the marzipan. Spoiler alert, these are marzipan. And then I take a bite out of them. No, that'd be weird. Blue also, I think Blue and Red have the two, like, most WTF poses. Like, not that this doesn't make any sense, but I feel like everyone else is in kind of a cooler pose, and this is just like, what the hell, Billy? Okay, so those are kind of weak, but I think actually the green and white sets are pretty neat. The Ranger figures do still suffer from that weird marzipan problem, but it doesn't look as bad. I think it looks pretty solid. They picked a pretty generic pose for him, but the main draw of it for me is the Megazord figures, which I think actually look pretty cool. I think the paint looks a little bit better, a little bit less weirdly cheap. You still get those little bits of it, but they're still mostly pretty neat looking. Like, I kind of dig them. Like, I would actually just like to see, just clean up the paint a little bit so it doesn't look like I could scrape it off and eat it as marzipan. I keep saying the word marzipan like 5 times in this. But, you know, fix that up. But I like the stylized look of them. They look pretty neat on display. I'd like to see, like, a series of these from all throughout the years. But, of course, you know, it's MMPR only. We're going taboo here with a Season 2 thing right here with this. But I think he's the absolute best looking one in terms of the paint not looking weird. Like, I do kind of dig him. I think he's pretty neat looking. Those are my favorite parts of the set are the Tommy Zord ones. I think they look the coolest. But yeah, overall, I think these have potential. Like I said, one of the worst things about them is the MMPR thing. Second worst being this set. I can't really recommend this set. They look too blobby. But if you're a huge fan of Tommy or Zord or these forms in Sentai or whatever, I can recommend maybe checking these out. Especially this one I think looks pretty cool if you're into stuff like that. But they're mostly just, I think, missed potential. I think that they look a little messy, but I think if they would clean them up, then they could actually be a really cool line of collectible figures through all the seasons, but they probably wouldn't do that. But for now, I would say, unless you really just want this, which I think is pretty neat, they're mostly a pass because we really just don't need more MMPR merchandise, and they're a bit messier than I would like. Anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Dawson Rider, signing out.